That, well, I'm just going to reinforce this business of massive cover-up across governments of child abuse. And of course, if our government is prepared to cover up wide-scale abuse of children, whether it's grooming gangs or it's in residential homes or foster homes for children, or it's north of the border for Nethy, if the government is prepared to do this, of course, the government is capable of anything, and that includes prosecuting malicious proxy wars overseas. But the point UK Column is making here today is we have a vicious attack on our own society, our own families, not in ones and twos. This is happening on a huge scale, and the government is covering up that abuse. Now, we are looking at the country and saying this is to provoke unrest and violence in this country. And unrest and violence in this country is going to be a critical issue over and above what is happening overseas on distant shores. So let's reinforce this. This is just a few quotes from the Wood Report, sector expert review of the new multi-agency safeguarding arrangements. This is back in May 2021. So this was the headline from Community Care. Social work isn't falling to bits. It has some deep challenges to which we can provide remedies. And if we get into this, I've only taken a little bit of it, but it's the usual platitudes. The resources for protecting children are under much stress. The recruitment and retention and safeguarding professionals remains a challenge across the three statutory agencies. We just can't get the right people. It goes on. The report estimates the current shortfall in children's social care budgets is 824 million. We can't get to grips with protecting children unless another 824 million is slapped on the table, but it's the money circulating around abused children which is funding the whole child abuse industry in UK. People have got to start to understand what's happening here, because it is the government and its agencies, committees, and those conducting reports who are wittingly or unknowingly contributing to the covering up of abuse. Let's just continue through. So the report went on and it said that Whitehall departments need to demonstrate more effectively a culture of joined up working to support local implementation of the new arrangements to support their full potential to further improve the safeguarding of children. You can't further improve it because what we've got is the abuse of children on a massive scale, producing income for a vast number of people being covered up by the government. This is about joined up thinking, which is actually allowing criminal activity. I'm describing it here as part of an orchestrated, protected, abusive, multi-agency cabal. And if we look at this final comment, it's talking about the leadership of the multi-agency arrangements. And of course, this is where the problem really lies, because there's no separation of powers. We've got local authorities, we've got clinical commissioning groups, and we've got the police all working together in partnership. So the moment we have abusers operating in the system through the local authority, for example, the local police are already implicated because they are not watching from a distance to uphold law. They are in partnership with the authorities abusing the children. So this is the nub of the matter. It's a national club with no separation of powers. And even so, this could not operate without the facilitation of the family courts, which hide the abuse within secret courts. So if you want some further proof here, we could jump to Australia. This is back to 1997, when an investigation and a report came out which was called Breaking the Code of Silence. And this was about corruption and cover-up, particularly of child abuse in New South Wales in Australia. So UK Column today absolutely pushing, before we start worrying about what's happening overseas, let's have a look at what is happening in UK. And to our mind, we are being attacked by our own government, which is desperate to get social breakdown, because if that can be achieved, these new policies and control structures are going to come into post.